press. I'm going to focus firstly on a level 4 press, but I'll talk about the levels and what they mean later. 9 and 10 here encourage the keeper to go to the right so they can press the ball. And we have 9 and 10, one winger and one centre midfielder pressing the ball, trying to stop any gaps between them, trying to have a certain depth, a diamond shaped depth to their pressing, and making it very difficult for the centre back to play out. We might send him one way, and if we do, that's out to the side to make it predictable. 11 can start a secondary press then with the help of midfielder, and 9 and 10 going across the pitch. Again, the diamond shape, very hard to beat, and you're opening up passing lanes which you can then cut off the pass. If your press does not work and they manage to get their way out, and they will sometimes, drop and slide those two shouts together to make sure they can't counter-attack you quickly on the blind side. So the team drop, slide across, cut off any ball down the opposite flank, try and send them back inside again. The work of the winger and the striker here doing that effectively. And as they go back inside again, we can gradually come up and slide across and get ourselves into a more attacking position again to do the next press. For clarity, what I'd like to do now is split defensive positioning into 5 stages. So defensive level 1 I'll begin with and work my way up to 5. Defensive level 1 is essentially when your back's to the wall defending. You could call it parking the bus. You're under a lot of pressure. It might be a stage in a game where you're protecting a lead with not long left. The team's very compact, it's very deep. You're not pressing, but you are closing down one at a time, hence level 1. Number 9 here might choose to send them one way, so at least the rest of the team know which way the ball's probably going to go next. That allows number 10 to then close down his man. It goes across the pitch again, number 11 closes. So one at a time, players close down the ball and put some pressure on. Personally, I wouldn't like to use the defensive level 1 for any length of time because it's a arguably quite a negative way to play, and you're not going to get much attacking or any pressing out of it. Defensive level 2 is a step up from there. You can see the back line and mid-half now. We're working in units of 2 at a time, a winger and a forward. In this example, pressing the ball into one side, trying to get the ball back, see if we can launch a counter-attack, or here, 9 and 10 work together against the centre-backs. If it goes the other way, number 10 and 11 would work towards the ball. The rest of the unit are relatively compact, relatively, mid-half, relatively deep really. They're still trying to cut down gaps in behind. We're not really looking to press in this system here with level 2. It's more a case of see if you can snatch the ball here and there, but generally you're looking more at preventing them getting in behind your back line, making it very hard for the opposition to play. Defensive level 3 is an aggressive defensive technique of pressing with 3 players in the opposition half. We're looking at a higher back line, nearly up to the halfway line. We're looking at one of the wingers joining 9 and 10 to put pressure on the opposition. See here, the keeper is forced to play to the right really by the angle of 9 and 10, and when he does so, 9, 10 and 11 see that trigger and go after the ball with the triangle shape, making it hard to beat. As the ball goes wide again, number 9 will then tuck into a position to try and block a passing lane, and one of the midfielders takes up the press with 11 and 10. Defensive level 4 I showed you an example of before, but in this case now we have 4 players pressing the ball with a very high line. We're looking at a 4-2-4 shape as we do this, or even a 3-3-4. And it will often be used because you're committing a set of midfielders to the press as well here when the Blues, the opposition, are forced to go back towards their own goal. They're put into a very difficult position, running back towards their own goal line, and that's when the 4 will go and press the ball very aggressively in a diamond shape now as opposed to level 3 triangle, making it very difficult for the blue player to find an angle for a pass. I should add here as well that the whole point in this press of committing so many players to go after the ball is if you get it back, you'll have a lot of support around the ball to launch a quick counter-attack on the opposition. I decided to add in a defensive level 5 for this video as well, just to do something different really, a different way approach to defending. This could be in a game where you're behind, you're not dominating even though you feel man for man you're a much stronger side, a faster side. You decide level 5 to go man to man all over the pitch, just for a spell in the game to kind of regain control of the ball. This would make it very hard for the opposition to play into feet, and it would perhaps make them have to go in behind or to go long, and at that point you try and seize possession again and take